A new report by many of the country's leading conservation groups has painted an alarming picture of the state of the UK's wildlife. Species are in decline, with 16% at risk of extinction. Experts are blaming the downturn on climate change and intensive farming. More from our science correspondent, Martin Stew.
For weeks, the water in and around Lough Neagh has been green.
Environmental catastrophe.
The UK's largest freshwater lake choked by toxic algae.
This is the worst that I have ever seen.
A combination of agricultural runoff and warming temperatures shutting beaches and doing untold damage to local wildlife.
The water and the water quality is not the only issue in terms of habitat and species on Lough Neagh. There's almost been a death by 1,000 slices in terms of habitat and species reduction around the shores of the lough.
Those themes are echoed around the country. A State of UK Nature report has found there's been a 19% decrease in the number of species since 1970. 1 in 6 of those that are left are at risk of extinction, including 43% of birds, 31% of amphibians and reptiles, and 26% of mammals. And it's our species, humans, who are to blame, building on habitat, releasing sewage into waterways, and overusing industrial farming methods and pesticides.
If we don't start to tackle the nature crisis, alongside the climate crisis, are we going to be able to continue to produce healthy food, materials, the quality of our water? If we don't tackle those issues now, ultimately it's going to be much more costly to do so.
All is not yet lost. Some species, like seals, have made a revival. And in Norfolk,
this is an area where we are actively recreating lost wetland.
A species which had been extinct for 400 years in this country,
Cranes over by the windmill over there,
is now flourishing again. Can we get a glimmer of hope from places like this?
We can and we must. We have to look to the species such as the common crane that we've managed to help recover. So we have to take hope from that and be more ambitious with what we do across the rest of the landscape.
Charities can't do it alone. We all rely on nature, and it relies on all of us. Martin Stew, ITV News.